The Philip experiment. In 1972, a group of 8 gathered in Toronto, led by Dr. A.R.G. Owen, to explore the unknown. Their mission was not to contact a ghost, but something far more unsettling. They intended to create one. The team, ordinary people with no psychic abilities, concocted a tale about a man they called Philip Aylesford, a 17th century nobleman. They breathed life into his story, imagining his tragic existence. In their fabricated history, Philip lived in a cold, loveless marriage to a woman named Dorothea. But there was Margot, the gypsy woman he secretly loved. When Dorothea discovered the affair, her rage was terrifying, and Margot paid with her life, accused of witchcraft and burned at the stake. Consumed by guilt, Philip threw himself from the castle walls, ending his tortured existence. For months, they meditated on Philip, spoke about him, sketched his likeness. Nothing happened. No whispers from the other side, no signs of the paranormal, until they changed their approach. In the dim glow of candlelight, the group gathered around a table, invoking Philip's name in a seance. The room was silent, the air heavy with anticipation, and then a tremble. The table beneath their hands shifted, a small movement at first, almost imperceptible. But then it jerked violently, as if some unseen force had grabbed hold. A chill passed through the room, and someone muttered, "Philip, is that you?" A single loud knock echoed through the room. From that moment, the experiment spiraled into something far darker than they had imagined. Each night they gathered, and each night the phenomena intensified. Philip began answering their questions, responding to their commands. The table would lift and slam down, lights would flicker, and sudden gusts of icy wind would whip around the room, though all windows were shut tight. The group asked Philip about his life, and he answered, 1 knock for yes, 2 for no, always in accordance with the tragic story they had invented. But soon, the entity began to act out on its own. The knocks would come unbidden, tapping in rapid, frantic succession. Objects in the room started to move on their own, chairs sliding, pictures falling from the walls. At times, a deep, oppressive cold would settle in the room, suffocating, as though the very air were being drained of life. One night, the table moved violently across the floor, scraping against the wood with a scream-like sound. The group sat frozen, their breaths caught in their throats. Shadows seemed to grow thicker, darker in the corners of the room. The knocks grew louder, more insistent, until they felt as if they were inside a drum, trapped within the pulsing beats of something they had summoned but could not control. The group began to fear the thing they had conjured. They had created Philip, or so they thought. But what if it wasn't Philip at all? What if something else had answered their call? Something old, malevolent, hiding behind the comforting mask of their invented story. They tried to end the sessions, to walk away from the experiment, but each time they returned to the room, the disturbances continued. The knocks followed them. The cold spots appeared in their homes, and dreams of a pale, mournful figure plagued their sleep. The experiment became a haunting, one they could not escape. In the end, no one knew if Philip had ever been real, or if the collective will of the group had manifested something far more sinister. A dark echo born from their belief, a shadow of their own fears, or perhaps a spirit that had waited patiently for the chance to be called back from the abyss. And maybe, just maybe, Philip never left at all.
Enjoyed the content? Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring more awesome videos your way. Don't forget to click the bell icon to stay updated with all our latest uploads. Thanks for watching.